In the 236th episode of One Piece, a fight no man could have predicted occurred. A fight between two brothers whose chemistry exceeded normal amounts. When I watched this scene, I was on an emotional roller coaster. Like, my favorite Straw Hat at the time showing a side of him that I had never seen before. Like, these two crew members who got along the most ended up fighting. I was so confused when I first heard that Luffy and Usopp were gonna fight, because that was my favorite duo. Like, I mean, I never expected those two to fight. You see how much they laugh and play together? Like, I never expected them to fight. I thought my eyes were deceiving me. I mean, do you see how good they got along? Their scenes were definitely my favorite pre-time skip, And also, if y'all know the iconic Luffy crime picture, I mean, I saw it passed around everywhere before I even started watching One Piece. So, to think it came from Usopp, I mean, it makes more sense. And Luffy is someone who definitely makes friends easily, but to cry over someone in such a way, yeah, Usopp really meant a lot to him. I mean, like, look at them. They were definitely my favorite duo pre-time skip. Now, we don't get as much content with them, but I'm looking at you, Oda. I mean, a lot of people seem to make Usopp the bad guy in the situation. I mean, I will admit it was a dumb reason to fight over. Like, the ship has been on its last leg for a while. We smoking on here. I'm just kidding. Okay. Like, let me stop acting like I didn't cry over the Mary being set on fire. Like, we weren't even on the ship. Like, and we were up here bawling tears. Imagine how Usopp felt. Like, and rewatching this scene made me realize why Usopp was truly hurt and why he picked the fight with Lucy. And why he picked the fight with Luffy. Vice versa. Now, to begin with the more obvious side of being that, they were going to get rid of the Mary. He just couldn't accept that. No. But, yes. The origins of the Mary is deeply attached to the reason that Usopp was so wary on getting rid of the Mary. Like, he received his gift from his future lover. I'm predicting, I'm saying it right now, he's gonna marry Kaya. I mean, his lover gonna be Kaya. Unami and Usopp shippers, get out of here. I love them, but I mean, it's pretty much clear that he's gonna marry Kaya. Okay, we're interrupting this right quick from editing Haley. I was looking up Nami and Usopp pictures. Why did I go down a rabbit hole and find Usopp and Sanji pictures? Y'all shipped them together? When were y'all going to alert me? I'm so confused right now. Anyways, back to the point. Kaya gifted him this ship. So technically, I would say it's his ship. I mean, I actually think it was given to Luffy and the gang because she thought he would be on the ship. Since they saved Cyril okay, I'm going in knots now. But anywho, since Kaya is the one who gave it to them, that's the number one reason Usopp was so attached to the ship. He loved Kaya. He spent so much time with her. And the second reason is a reason I still push it to this day. But do y'all remember the scene where Usopp saw someone working on the ship? Now, when I first saw that, I thought it was just, one of them plot fillers where they just put something in there to fill the plot armor, make the plot armor be like, oh, well, the ship just magically got fixed, guys. I mean, it was a spirit on there working on it, And it kind of was that, but at the same time, it makes sense, I guess. But it kind of made sense, but at the same time, I feel like it was one of those things where they just put it on there. But Oda, he wouldn't do something like that. He's a great writer. So when Usopp saw the spirit of the Mary, it gave him a more connection to the Mary than anyone else. Like, imagine seeing the spirit of your ship. Like, you think you wouldn't be connected to the ship? Like, he went through so much with Mary, and it actually like sets as a, what's the word? Let me go Google this right quick, guys. Okay, I couldn't find the word, but I'm gonna say like checkpoint, or like the beginning of his, journey out to the sea. Like, it's the beginning of his set out to sea, because that's the first ship he got on. He didn't get on that raggedy old ship like Luffy up here riding in a barrel. No, he was a little bit more bougie. And he had so many memories with them, where they all put their foot on a barrel. So many adventures, all for it to be thrown away because it couldn't handle the sea anymore. I can kind of see why he was mad at Luffy. Like, this draws us into the real reason Usopp fought Luffy. When Luffy told Usopp they were getting rid of Mary, he couldn't process it. And when he did, he took it the wrong way. When I mean the wrong way, I mean the Zoro type wrong way. He just took it the absolute wrong way. The reason Usopp took this to heart was because of the simple fact that they were discarding the mirror like it was nothing. Which, it was in his eyes is what they were doing. They weren't really doing that. You think they really wanted to do that? Like, come on, Usopp, think. They did not want to do that. But in his eyes, he saw it as them, like, throwing away the Mary just because he can't use it no more. So Usopp already saw himself as the person with the least amount of use on the crew. And if you really think about it, he is. And I'm not hating on God Usopp. Like, I don't tolerate how to hate on Usopp. He used to be my favorite character. Like, and we're back from the commercial break. I had to go wash the dishes. Both Nami and Chopper both added something to the crew. And that's out of the three weakest: Nami, Usopp, and Chopper. Nami, she was their excellent navigator. Like, what would we get if it was just these bozos on a ship? Like, yeah, let's not leave it up to Zoro. Okay, I'm gonna stop making jokes about Zoro. But Chopper was their doctor also. So even though they were the three weakest, both Chopper and Nami have use to the crew, use to the ship, Sanji and Usopp would have been dead in Skypiea if not for Chopper. If either one of them were not on the crew, the Straw Hats wouldn't function properly. But also, this might happen before all the upgrades, before a time skip. So he didn't get his new weapons, his new anything. Except for, the stuff with Skypiea, obviously. So before a time skip, the main thing he used to do was crack jokes and act wimpy. And he did step up when he needed to. Like, let's not forget, Usopp is that guy. We're not gonna, you're not gonna trash him too hard. He did step up when he needed to, but after like hours of complaining, so no one ever hated him for it though, because they're friends. Like, nobody ever got on him for that. I don't think. Maybe Zoro, maybe Sanji, maybe Nami, maybe Chopper. No, I don't think anybody got on him for that. But before the fight, Usopp kind of always hinted at the fact that he was insecure about his use to the crew, whether it was taken as a joke or not. I do remember Usopp, hinting at it before it actually, came out. Like, before the bottle of emotions just exploded. The audience could obviously see. We could obviously see it, but, Luffy is obviously dense. Usopp was being too self-aware. He definitely let those thoughts eat over him over time. It was definitely getting bottled up. It was definitely a subconscious thought that he's been thinking about for a while. And with Usopp being a straw hat with the least amount of use at the time and in his mind, he saw them disregarding the Mary as something they would do to him. The Mary was weak, and they got rid of her. He was the weakest on the crew, If they do that to the Mary because she had no use, imagine what they do to Usopp. The Mary had gone through so much with the crew, the good and the bad, but they still decided to throw her out. What do you think they'll do to you? These are Usopp's thoughts. He, a little insecure, but we love him. We love him. I mean, okay. In his world, if he has no use, then he would be replaced. He thought it, and then he ended up seeing it before his eyes. He always had that in the back of his mind, like, dang, I don't really be doing that for these folks for real. Like, I'm just on this crew traveling with these folks. Like, I'm just up here having drinks and jokes with them. Like, what am I adding? Like, if it came down to it, they gonna sacrifice me. Like, I don't add nothing. They ain't gonna miss me. You feel me? So I don't even blame him. Like, I would feel the same way in his position. Imagine being the weakest around a bunch of superhumans. Like, look at this. I think out of everybody, Usopp is by far the normal one on the crew. Like, he's just normal. Next to Nami, I mean, she's normal too, except for her issues that, we've seen a lot of times. But besides that, she's pretty normal as a human. Every human goes through stuff, So, it really wasn't his fault. It's just that his environment that he's in, you would look down on yourself, gets bottled up, and when the situation push comes to shove, it just all comes out. But at the end, in my personal opinion, I do think he was overreacting. Like, Usopp, you didn't have to do all that. I love you, bro. I cried for you, bro. But you didn't have to do all that. That being said, alright, I just love that song. But what do you guys think? Do you think that Usopp was right? Do you think he was wrong? Do you think this is the real reason? Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and comment down below what you think. And make sure to subscribe. Peace.